Are you menopausal and sick and tired of trying every single diet and nothing works anymore what you used to do? If you've never seen me before, my name is Donna Young. I'm just a normal 47-year-old woman who was confirmed as menopausal age 45, and it kind of hit me like a ton of bricks in the face. I was not prepared for being told that I was actually menopausal, not perimenopausal, menopausal, age 45. And so on my journey, I'm 47 now, on my journey over the last 2 years, in fact, if you think, when we get to June 2025, it'll be 3 years since I was confirmed as menopausal. I've learned a thing or two about losing fat, losing belly fat, losing belly bloat, having more energy, feeling better in your skin, getting your confidence back, getting your body back, because I gained 30 pounds in what felt like overnight. It wasn't overnight, but it felt like overnight. I effectively, once I got confirmed as I was menopausal, I went onto oral HRT, and that sent me into like a spiral of self-destruct behaviours, because I felt like my body was under attack, or my nervous system I felt like all the nerves in my body were tingling. I felt anxious. I felt paranoid. I couldn't think straight. And all of that made me feel really insecure. And some of the things, when I look back now, the sugar cravings were absolutely through the roof. I was binging sugar before bedtime. I was drinking far too much. I was eating all the wrong foods. And effectively, all of that with the HRT being wrong, the foods being wrong, drinking alcohol, binging, trying to restrict myself, trying to fast, trying to cut out carbs, trying to do all the things I used to do that used to help me lose weight, was making all this situation worse. And so I wanted to record this video to say that for those of you that are struggling with menopausal weight loss or perimenopausal weight loss, or even women who are probably late 30s onwards, if you're struggling with weight loss, there is a secret to weight loss and fat loss that many of you are massively overlooking or underestimating. And the secret to losing fat, certainly as we get that little bit more mature, 35 plus, even younger than that in some people, but for the majority, I would say the number one secret to losing fat, losing weight, keeping it off, is basically looking after your muscles. In a nutshell, it doesn't matter how overcomplicated we sometimes make losing weight and losing fat. The reality is, the number one secret is looking after your muscles. And to look after your muscles, you need to eat well, number one. You need to move your body, number two. You need to drink lots and lots of water, number three. And ultimately, if you can nail those three things, then, excuse me, if you can nail those three things, now I say it in a really simplistic way. I know that the way you eat, even whole foods, the way you eat is quite important, okay, to protect the muscle. The way we move, just walking in fresh air is going to serve you so well. And you're going to get a dose of vitamin D. That's going to release all the feel-good chemicals in the body. So with exercise, yes, it would be incredible if you can lift heavy weights. But if you can't lift heavy weights, just walking, or, walking up and down the stairs, increase your step count by 2,000. Excuse me, I've got a tickle. Increase your step count by 2,000 steps, more than what you do now. Look at what you do now and just do 2,000 steps more, okay? Water, I try to drink 2 to 3 litres a day. And if I drink coffee, I would tend to add those. So if I drink a cup of coffee, I would drink, sorry, I've got a delivery. sorry, so if I have a cup of coffee, I would tend to look at how much that cup of coffee is and drink water. If I drink alcohol, I would do the same. If I drank fizzy pop, I would do the same. So 2 to 3 litres of water, and then add in any kind of drinks that you drink that's not water. Add that back in water. And it can be so simple, but when we're not thinking straight, and when we've got brain fog, lack of energy, lack of motivation, all the things that come with menopause, it can seem really complicated. Working hard, families, a lot of us, juggling life, and juggling the fact that our body is just not feeling very well. So if anybody would like any help or tips, would like to know what I did personally, I dropped 3 dress sizes in 3 months, following basically what I've just shared with you. Obviously, the food side is there's a little bit more to it, and that's where I get the most questions, which is why I created my 5-day challenge. I created the 5-day challenge because so many women were asking me what I did to lose the weight and what I did to maintain the weight loss. So I created 5-day challenge for that purpose. It's the most complicated part, and ultimately the biggest mistake lots of us make, and I've done it before so I know this, is we think, well, I'll just start to exercise more, or I'll fast, and it does not have the same effect as getting your nutrition right, balanced, and basically preserving your muscles, because as we age, and certainly as estrogen is dropping in the body, we are losing 1% of our muscle mass year on year, and so we need to be doing our very best to protect that as we get a little bit older, and that that applies for absolutely everybody. And it's little things. For me, the biggest clues that my nutrition was not right: my hair was thinning, my skin was aging really quick, I was tired. That was another thing. So if you're experiencing some of these symptoms, if you're tired, if you don't feel like you can get enough sleep, you're not sleeping very well, you're putting on belly fat, you're bloated, I had horrific nosebleeds, if you're forgetful, or your concentration isn't very good, all of these symptoms are all symptoms and signs that perhaps your nutrition is not quite right. If you're craving sugar, your nutrition's not right. And so what I tend to do is I tend to, if I'm going through a period now where I feel tired, I look at what food I've eaten over the course of that last week. And some of the ladies I work with, I've been having these conversations with, because the types of food, how you fuel your body, that's going to determine a lot of the time how you feel. Moving the body, again, if you're not getting out of the house, you're not getting any fresh air, you're not maybe just doing a gentle walk, that's going to affect your head and all the chemicals in your brain as well. There is another side that I'm going to be talking more and more about, and that is gut health and how that can affect those chemicals in your brain as well. But ultimately, it's all kind of interlinked. So if you'd like some help with your food, if you'd like to know that you're eating the right foods to kickstart your body into that fat loss, into looking after your muscles, then just drop me a follow, like this video, share this video if you think it's going to give value to other people, and comment 5-day challenge, and I will send you some information.